Top 10 underrated harem anime you must watch. Harem is sort of a degenerate genre of anime which almost always gets overshadowed by other genres, even though there is a stupid number of harem animes out there. Well then, let's talk about them. The top 10 underrated harem animes you must watch. As always, the best stuff is farther down the road, so stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. The first one on our list is Number 10, Val X Love. Covering a variety of genres and ideas, here we have one big train wreck of an anime. At the fundamental level, almost nothing will make logical sense, even the ecchi scenes. But that's exactly why it works. It takes ecchi scenes to the next level and makes a parody out of its own premise. The main character, Akutsu Takuma, is a lonely introvert who doesn't really get many chances to interact with other people, until suddenly an unexpected request comes in and he is suddenly supposed to be taking up the task of saving the world together with 9 beautiful young ladies. Number 9, If Her Flag Breaks. We all know about certain flags in stories which foreshadow the happenings of certain events, but be it a character's death or the sailing of a ship. Be that as it may, this is the premise of this anime. The main character, named Sota Hatate, is a high school student who possesses the ability to quite literally see these flags in visible form. Ranging from flags like the friendship flag, the romance flag, to even the renowned death flag, he can see them all over people's heads. And as for Sota, who had just transferred to this school, what will he do when he sees a death flag over one of his classmates? Will he be able to save her? Number 8, Absolute Duo. Here we have an anime about duos, the story being with the introductions of these things called blazers that can manifest through the fabric or one's soul, but this ability only blooms in certain people. These people are enrolled at a certain academy and are supposed to pair up with another student to form a bond that is strong enough to attain their powerful state called Absolute Duo. The main character has had a rough past, but now that he is a student at this academy, he will be able to do anything or fail to protect the people he loves yet again.
ユリエとディオになりたいんだ。
ケーキ先輩、ユイカの奴隷になってください。
え？
Number 7, Hensuki. Are you willing to fall in love with a pervert as long as she's a cutie?
そういうの男の子的にはご褒美なんじゃないですか？
Here we have a genuinely thought-provoking question addressed to us by the title of this anime. Are you willing to fall in love with a pervert as long as she's a cutie? Well, are you? Share your wisdom in the comments section down below. As for this anime, the story follows a normal boy named Keiki Kiryu, who has always wanted a girlfriend, and oddly enough, his wish comes true sooner than later. One day, he receives an anonymous love letter that came with a pair of white panties, and this sets into motion a series of events that leads Kiryu's romantic comedy turning as bizarre as it could.
ユイカちゃんだろ。
あ、ダメです、ケーキ先輩。
え、なんで？
今のユイカ、裸ですから。
本当になんで？
それはもちろん。死罪ですわ！
え？おい！
Number 6. Ladies vs. Butlers.
脳の暴走ドリル背中にドクドク
This story follows a young guy named Akiharu Hino who lost his family when he was still a child and ended up getting adopted by his uncle. However, he realizes that he doesn't want to be a burden on his uncle no more, and just like that, he decides to attend a free boarding school as a butler. But because he looks like a delinquent, most of the girls at his new school get horrified and just run away at the mere sight of him. Things are indeed pretty awkward at first, but then he comes around his old childhood friend, and from there on out, his ordinary life is about to get as ecchi as it can get.
いかんいかんくじけるな俺お待たせしました本日の
Number 5. Cat Planet Cuties. The main character named Kyo is a not so interesting boy living a boring life until one day when he encounters a cat girl and all of this changes. To make things weirder, this happened when he was attending a memorial of an ancestor. Things escalate very quickly, and before he knows it, a half-naked cat girl is laying in his bed. As it turns out, this girl is from the cat planet called Katian, and the reason why she is on Earth is to learn about its people, and how she ended up in this young man's bed was completely an accident, right? Anyways, now that she is in his life, he has to protect the girl from weird organizations and have a spicy, edgy life along the way.
Seiji-san, 突然ですが、あなたはキスをしないと死にます。
お帰りください。
Number 4. Love Tyrant.
人の話は最後まで聞きましょうね。
Things happen and a boy named Aino Seiji ends up in a panicking situation where he doesn't kiss a girl within 24 hours. The girl that just showed up to his doorstep will die. And just to let you know, this girl is carrying a notebook called Kiss Note. Now, whether the premise is a parody of Death Note is besides the point. What we're here to talk about are harem animes, and that's what this anime is about. Even though the girl will die if he doesn't kiss a girl in the required time, he will also remain a long-life virgin. Aino Seiji's life just took an unexpected turn. Will he be able to follow suit?
いやちょっと待って今刺されたら本当に死ぬ
Alright, time for the top 3 picks. Let's see if your favorite anime makes it to these picks. Number 3. The Scarlet Ammo.
仲間を信じ仲間を助けよ俺はアリアを信じる
In an attempt to slow down the ever-increasing crime rates, the Japanese authorities decide to build an academy where students are groomed into top-tier detectives and combatants. However, amongst all these students is a weird but oddly interesting case named Kinji. For a reason yet to be told, he had to drop out from this program and ended up studying logistics instead. As for the reason, it is because he has a really embarrassing ability that he doesn't want other people to see. This ability has something to do with his libido. Whenever he is sexually aroused, he awakens a hidden ability and instantly goes from an E-rank fighter to an S-rank elite. That's right folks, the hornier he is, the stronger he gets.
Time is guilty!
Number 2. When supernatural battles become commonplace. The story begins in a high school literature club. The club members, including a boy, 3 girls, and their club advisor's niece, and During a random club meeting, all 5 of them somehow end up getting supernatural abilities. The main character named Jurai gets a flashy ability that makes him capable of manifesting black flames. However, the other members get even more surreal abilities. One of them can manipulate time, one is able to control all 5 elements, while one can repair both animate and inanimate objects. And as for the club advisor's niece, she can now create objects out of thin air. But even when these abilities, their daily life doesn't really change much.
いやちょっと待ってあと
あの
えあれあまりにもいいおっぱいだったからつい
Number 1. Mangaka-san to assistant-san to the animation.
同じ男として最高のクオリティで仕上げてやりたい
Here we have a story centered around a manga artist and his assistants. His name is Itoyuki. He is always getting pressured by his editors and he has no experience with girls. And that is a problem because his current manga does indeed require him to have some experience. In the end, he is at his wit's end when he decides to ask his assistants if they can be the reference. So just like that, his many cute and adorable assistants start helping him. The premise might not be as dramatic as some of the other animes on this list, but the character dynamics and comedy moments make more than up for that.
ちょっとアイト
ほら手触りもすごくいいよ
Did you find any new harem anime that you haven't watched before? Or is there an anime in your mind that you feel as if it should have been on this list? Go and take over the comment section. Press that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and leave a comment saying I subscribe and I'll personally reply to your comment. Well then, I'll see you guys on my next video.